Sure, the animation is subpar in comparison to animated features that were released during the time, like Kung Fu Panda 2, Cars 2, or The Adventures of Tintin, but I still think it's kind of underrated. Sure, it does have a lot of cringy moments, and mostly fans of the first film hate this movie. I get the anime hates it, and Jamboree and Inside Out Fan 2001, who just did his Extreme Mega Killer rant. Sean PBS hates it. But ignoring all the bad parts of this movie, it has some genuinely good moments. My favorite scene is when Red's fighting this troll on this bridge, and she's trying to get across, but the troll says something that really pisses her off, and so she goes all Karate Kid on him. That was a very funny and memorable scene of the whole entire movie. Is it great? No, but I don't think it deserves all of the backlash and hate that it got. People exaggerated a bit. It's not as bad as something like Food Fight or Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. Those are way worse. So, watching those, I can find a lot more positives in this film. Do I recommend it? No, because you're probably going to hate it, but I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is. And the number one anime sequel that I love that everyone And the number one sequel that I love that everyone else hates is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Now, you all know that Animat despises this movie with a burning passion. A lot of people hate this sequel, and he says that the sequel destroyed the reputation of this franchise, despite it getting a TV show shortly after. But I don't think it's bad. Yes, it's a retread of the first film, but the animation is still great. It's cartoony and not as imaginative as other movies, but it's still a very solid sequel. Every time I watch this movie, I enjoy it, despite it being the first film. In fact, I think it's actually better than the first film. Well, maybe not quite, but it's certainly almost as good as the first one. The voice acting's pretty good. The food, well animated just like in the first one. The villain Chester V, over the top and pretty good. Also, Barry's kinda cute, so I definitely recommend the sequel for any Cloudy fans. Certainly makes you hungry watching these two films because of all the food. I get why some people find it abominable and a disgrace to the first one. Some people just hate it. You know, a lot of people hated the first one, so they hate this one as well. But I still enjoy the sequel. I think it's actually a little better than Hotel Transylvania 2. It's not as good as Sony's other movies, but it doesn't deserve any of the hate. In fact, I think it deserves a lot more positive reaction. I definitely think that Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 is the sequel that I love that everyone else hates.